So y'all, this might actually be like my shortest review, but trust me when I say I've watched this episode 3 times because there was just a huge discrepancy of did Nathan fucking ask Andrew, did Issa tell Nathan to ask Andrew, or did Nathan just tell, or did Nathan just ask Andrew? Because that really is like that will really determine if Molly was in the right to be upset at the block party or not. My jaw is killing me, y'all. I need to go see a dentist. I feel like I have like a toothache back here, and it's like anytime I chew, like I can bite over here and over here will hurt. It's getting on my damn nerves. Oh man, I can't believe this is happening to me. But anyway, yeah, like that would like determine like if Molly was warranted at all. Cause like at first I'm just like Molly said, "Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that." Cause I need some light and I'm trying to have my TV on something neutral. But I press this button as if I'm about to play the game right now and I'm not. Um, okay. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, so like I said, that will determine because at first I'm just like, okay, it was the principle of Molly saying, I do not want Andrew mixed up in anything that you have going on. And I did feel like Molly was only doing that because she and Issa were not in a great place, and that's just not entirely fair. But she reserves that right because it is her relationship. And people who are like, oh, their relationship is new, so what? At the end of the day, this is something that you want to work for it to be long term. So therefore, you fucking need to tread lightly, because people who were saying Molly was wrong were not considering the fact that let's just say Molly did ask Andrew. Andrew fucked it up, and now Issa's mad at Andrew, and that puts Molly in between Andrew and her friend. Whereas they could have just stayed the fuck up out of it altogether. You know what I mean? People completely did not consider that variable in the situation, which I felt like was unfair for people who were judging Molly so harshly. In addition to that, if Issa asked Nathan for help, or she accepted the help that he offered, and his help was to ask Andrew, then no, no. See, that's something that I feel like everyone is missing now that I think about it. Because Molly asked Issa, she said, did you ask Nathan to go talk to Andrew? And she said yes. And she was like, girl, I specifically asked you not to get my man involved in nothing that you're doing. And that's when Issa wanted to take it so personally, like, oh, so you rather see me fail than to enforce some made up rule? And I don't even feel like it's a made up rule. I feel like it was just Molly establishing boundaries because, like she said in the last episode, I never even been in a relationship long enough to even consider any of these things. I'm still figuring it out as I go along. So right now, I want to protect that, and I definitely don't want to have my friendship with my best friend intertwining with my relationship right now because my relationship is not in strong standing, and that is totally fair. It is for someone like Molly who is just now trying to figure this shit out. Like it really is. And for Issa to just say, "Oh well, bitch, I'm gonna figure out a way. I'm just gonna go around and ask your nigga anyway." Like that just wasn't cool. And the fact that Issa never said anything about it, like which means that she was sneaking, and if you have to sneak and do something behind somebody's back, that automatically makes you wrong. Like she never even, it's just like when, this is a perfect example of when Andrew asked Molly if it was cool if Nathan came to her mixer, and Molly didn't just say, oh, it should be cool, go ahead and bring him along. Or, well, nah, he can be your plus one. You can be my plus one. She didn't do any of that. She was like, you know what, let me ask Issa first. And Issa did not extend that same courtesy to Molly. She just did it. The same way she didn't like how Molly just told Nathan to go the fuck away, even though she was doing it for Issa's best interest. Issa still got pissed at her. But now when Molly gets pissed at Issa, Issa's like, oh, you just want to see me fail. No, bitch, it's not that I want to see you fail. I want you to respect my boundaries and leave my fucking man alone. If I ask you not to deal with him on any type of business level, then just don't deal with him. And people say like, oh, she wanted her to see her fail. It's not about me wanting to see her fail. Molly has nothing to do with Schoolboy Q falling out of the fucking event. Okay, we still don't even know why he fell out of the event. Issa doesn't even know. She done seen the Condola bitch. She done seen Braidho, and Braidho didn't even tell her why Schoolboy Q fell out of the event. So it just seemed like he's in breach of contract and he's about to get over on Issa. It seemed like he took her fucking money and ran with it. Okay, he went past go and collected his $200, bitch. So we see the two of them argue over some shit that Issa has done prior. And when Molly made the statement of, you always need to fake a fucking favor, it's because she does. Molly has literally came through for Issa all the time, from treating her for her birthday twice. Okay, donating at her fundraiser, going to her fundraiser, going to fucking run Daniel away to no avail, leaving Kelly's birthday trip to drive her all the way back to the fucking dunes because Lawrence was leaving her for cheating and she tried to go see him before he left or while he was there. Going home, Issa calling her like, he ain't here, I'm depressed, I need you to come back. Coming back to go sit on that nasty ass couch so Issa can cry on her lap. Like, I don't understand how people so ready to just shit on Molly and say she's not a supportive friend that's never there for her when she's always fucking there. And it's like, damn, Molly, Issa, when the fuck you gonna treat Molly for her birthday? Do you even know when her fucking birthday is? Like, when we gonna see you actually come through for Molly the same way that Molly comes through for you? See, people always try to put it off on Molly like Molly thinks she's better than Issa, but Issa makes it that way because Issa ain't got her fucking shit together. Issa just forgot to pay her water bill last week, and now her and her tenants couldn't shower for the rest of the day. Or however the fuck that worked, I don't know. Because when Issa tried to shower, some shit, the Flint water came out, and then nothing came out anymore at all. So it's like, bitch, how many times are you gonna fucking need help from somebody? You're fucking 30. Get it the fuck together, bitch. Like I said, Molly ain't got nothing to do with that shit falling apart. If the shit failed, or if you had to find another way, then you just had to find another way. It's just like Daniel told her the same thing last season. Like, bitch, you all over the place, and I'm always saving you from some shit. And it's like Molly is always saving her some shit. When is Issa gonna save herself from some shit? If Schoolboy Q backed out and Molly said she didn't want to help you, because really what Molly was saying, bitch, I don't want to help you because we ain't cool right now. That's really what it was. She should have been entirely honest. But if she did want to tell a fib, she still reserves that right to not want to involve her friend with her boyfriend. Like, she resolves that right entirely. But back to Issa. Hold on, y'all. Anyway, my bad. So unprofessional. But back to Issa not having her fucking shit together, okay? Like, she's Murphy's Law. Anything that go wrong, it can. Like, it will. It's like, Issa, at the end of the day, you are 30. You need to be responsible for your own fucking shortcomings, okay? It's nobody's fault but yours. And if Molly decide not to help you, that's not letting her fail. That's like letting her let you be responsible enough to figure some shit out on your own. Like, you mean to tell me you are in LA and you can't utilize no other fucking connections other than to go through hers? Nobody else. You couldn't do nothing. You couldn't get Daniel ass on stage. And this is like, speaking of Daniel, like, you used this bitch. You took advantage of this man's feelings for you last season. When she sat on that couch and said, I came back because I knew you'd be here for me, was her taking clear advantage of the way he felt about her so she could sleep on his couch for a few fucking months. Okay? Issa does always need someone to help her out somewhere along the line. Like she need a condola to fucking with this event because it got too hard for her. She always needs somebody, and I feel like that's what really was Molly's frustration. It's like you were willing to pretty much sacrifice our friendship. You said fuck my feelings and went and asked my dude to help you anyway, knowing that I told you I did not want him to help you. And for people sitting up there saying, "Oh, you didn't say you said you weren't gonna ask him," that doesn't mean I couldn't get anybody else to ask him. No, bitch, I did not. It should have all been implied. She's sitting up here trying to argue semantics. Okay, it should have all been implied. Like, bitch, if it was like that, I just would have asked him myself. I did not want him to work with you. Okay, like I said, if he would have fucked some shit up, you would have been mad at him, and now you putting me between you and my man, and that's not cool. So I just don't understand how people are sitting here saying that Molly was wrong. Like the only thing I said Molly was wrong for, and even then, and even then, she was coming into it like super judgmental, but Molly has been in her feelings about losing her best friend. That's really where Molly is coming from. She's feel like she's lost her best friend and she doesn't even know how that shit happened. And that is scary, especially like when this if you can relate to actually losing your best friend, it's like when you look up y'all growing apart and y'all don't see each other anymore. That is just like, wow, how did this happen? When all I did was see you and now you gone. You ain't even been in my periphery. You probably you behind me and I don't even know it. You know what I mean? So she's like little negative about the block party. She's like, one minute she's like surprised, and then she's proud of Issa because she's like, look, we may have not been talking regularly. I may not have been seeing her, but look what it was all worth. Look at this. This is a success, and I'm proud of her. And that's when, and Andrew was like, you know what? You shouldn't have been taking it so personal because she was working. It's just like she was just like, okay, bitch, I got a new man now, whatever. I don't need your ass no more. It wasn't like on that type of energy. It's like she was working the same way that you were working. But on the other side of that same token, you still have to make time for your friends if your friends are important to you. Like I said in my last video, we always gonna have life shit going on. But that don't give you that don't give you the justification to fucking throw me to the side just because we got life shit going on. We always gonna have life shit going on. That's just an excuse to be a whole ass friend. But she softened up and she was like, you know what, I'm proud of her. And you know what, let me go break the ice a little bit and stop tripping so much and like and show her that I actually do care. And that's what she did in the moment before they can actually talk. And I feel like this is another instance of Issa being emotionally unintelligent because Molly was looking how to have a moment with her. And what does Issa do? The very first minute, the very first opportunity she has to run away, she's gone. Like she could have told Koya, look, just give me 5 minutes real quick. That was the moment. But nope. Issa know damn well shit has been like she just told Nathan that her and Molly don't fuck with each other anymore. She know damn well shit has been off. This was the time, y'all. It's just y'all two, y'all in a secluded area. At least I thought, or at least you thought. And the very next moment you have to be pulled away from Molly, you allow it to happen. And now Molly's in her feelings again. And I'm just like, how do we not? Well, I don't know. I feel like the people who are just anti Molly are just dumb. But how do we not give Molly grace for being in her feelings? Like, people just act like they never been through friendship going south. And they don't remember what those, or maybe they just feel like they wasn't in the wrong or they play no position in that. But they act like they don't know what it's like to see you losing your best friend. Like, that's just crazy to me. But that was pretty much like the main thing that happened in this episode was that fallout. You know, was very season one vibes when they got into it at Issa's fundraiser that Molly came and supported her for and donated for. But it was a real funny episode. Natasha Rothwell, who plays Kelly's character, when you can whenever she's a supervising producer in the credits, if y'all look at the credits, it's gonna be a Kelly episode. So you know you're gonna get some laughs. Her doing that English accent, hilarious. Tiffany has postpartum depression. I don't know if y'all have been catching that, but she is not in love with her baby. I feel like what we're gonna see with Tiffany is that she's seeing all the things that Derek was talking about, like traveling, buying a house and everything. And now she's like, oh, that's on hold. The life that she wanted to live is on hold because of this baby now. Or it could be something else, but I feel like that may be what it's going to be. Maybe she didn't see herself being a mom right then and there, but she's sort of like forced to be a mom because once it goes in, it ain't no coming out unless you kill it. So I feel like she definitely has postpartum depression. But even Kelly was like, girl, you okay? And she like, I'm all right. She can't wait to get away from the baby. She don't want to go home to the baby. She said the baby not want to want to be breastfed is her loss. Like she's fucking over it. But yeah, I said like this review was gonna be short and sweet, cause I really don't have much. I feel like Kendrick Sampson, the actor who plays Nathan, does a great job of not letting him being a gay man in real life translate into the character. Like he does a great man of playing straight. The same way Amal's actor does a great way of playing. Well, I never really thought like I mean it's like yeah, but I can see him not being like gay. So it was like yeah, but Kendrick Sampson does a great job of not letting his sexuality translate into the character. The episode was funny. The bitch got a gun and Kelly dropping the accent like nigga I'm from Philly. That was hilarious. The little girl battling the old man was hilarious. I thought Luther from Set It Off had came on stage to help that man up. The light skinned girl in the beginning who was like, sisters with voices, sisters got choices, was the light skinned girl from last season who got in the lift with her best friend. She was the one wearing the wedges with the braids. It's so funny when you see people from last season show up in the next season under a different role. Um, yeah, I don't really give a fuck about Nathan at all. I don't even think that's gonna materialize. I feel like Issa's gonna use him and that's just gonna be it. And then I feel like at the end of this episode, at the end of the season, she's going, man, I do be using people. I do need to become self sufficient, and I have my own shit together. I feel like that's gonna be a revelation for Issa. Um, what else? Uh, Molly, that lingerie was fucking terrible. Looked like she had on that robe was ugly, and like she was wearing a purple satin diaper. I wasn't feeling it. Mm, yeah, I think that's all I got. Everything was just random, but they really centered around this climatic argument between Issa and Molly. And it's just like I feel like they're gonna get it together, but I feel like in this situation, I don't know who apologized first. I feel like in the first season, Issa apologized first. I feel like Issa may apologize first this time, but I feel like Molly's gonna be like, you know what, you were right. But I feel like Molly's gonna be like, but this is what was going on with me, and I feel like they're finally gonna communicate because really, they just haven't been in the space to communicate. And it's been so frustrating watching them just have all these microaggressions towards each other as a result of them not talking. And like I said, women in their 30s, you would think they would know how to like communicate. Or I don't want to say women, but adults in their 30s not knowing how to communicate how they feel towards each other. So hopefully that's up to coming. But I really don't have nothing for like because I watched this episode 3 times, but it was really because of this whole Issa Molly, Nathan Andrew shit. Like it was really because of that. And I'm like, well, we didn't really know what happened between that whole situation until Molly actually asked Issa, "Did you ask Nathan to ask Andrew after I told you I didn't want Andrew involved with the block party?" And people can say all they want. No, she didn't ask her. She didn't say that before. She just said no, 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 no. She did not want Andrew involved in nothing she had going on. Everything what's understood does not need to be explained. Everything does not have to fucking be spelled out. Okay, because if it was like that, Molly just would have asked him herself. That's why she didn't, because she did not want him involved. I don't care. Okay. And that's all I got for the review. This is probably like my shortest review. I wish I can keep them all this short and sweet, but Thank you all for watching. I'm about to get to it. Some other shit.